Now on Spectrum Bay News 9, a Manatee County mom accused of leaving 2 children in a hot car. Deputies say she was intoxicated and hostile. And an arrest in a Tampa house fire earlier this month, police say the suspect knew a woman was inside sleeping when he ignited gasoline. We continue to watch the whales that stranded themselves on Redington Beach yesterday. An update on the 2 that are recovering in Tarpon Springs. Round 2, day 1, the Democrats facing off again, this time in Detroit. And a fond farewell to a retiring Florida Highway Patrol trooper who served Manatee County for 36 years. I'm Stephanie CLAYTOR. This is your news weather now. Our top story tonight, a Bradenton mom accused of being so drunk that she left her 2 kids in a hot car. Deputies responded and said both a baby and toddler from that car, they were able to rescue them just in time, and we're told they were already suffering from heat exhaustion. Spectrum Bay News 9's Josh Rojas is in Bradenton with more.
In the driveway of this home is where Manatee deputies rescued those 2 young kids from a hot car. That deputies say inside of the home was completely filthy with no edible food and liquor bottles strewn about. Now take a look over here and you can see piles of trash that were taken from inside the home today, along with furniture. Deputies say 35-year-old Andrea Cole was so drunk that she had no idea she left her kids in the car. Deputies say they rescued a 7-week-old baby and 2-year-old boy from that hot car.
We're told both children had bites and sores on their bodies, and deputies were called to Cole's home for possible domestic disturbance. New developments surrounding a Tampa house fire earlier this month. A man now faces arson and attempted murder charges in the case. Tampa police say John Petrie set the home on Church Avenue on fire on purpose by pouring gasoline in the hallway and igniting it. Investigators say he knew a woman was sleeping inside at the time. She was able to escape but was burned on the foot. The Trump administration is now exploring vacant sites in Central Florida to possibly locate a permanent shelter for migrant children. Spectrum Bay News 9's Jeff Allen tells us that even state lawmakers say they didn't know about this until last night.
Virginia, Los Angeles, and Central Florida. Those are the locations HHS says it's considering to build a state-licensed permanent shelter for unaccompanied migrant children. Government officials say they must search for permanent shelters to reduce the need for temporary influx shelters in the future. The Department of Homeland Security has apprehended nearly 60,000 children, including thousands at this camp in South Florida, as it battles what it calls an illegal immigration crisis at the border.
Even the idea of scoping out a location in Central Florida causes alarm for all of us.
Local Democratic leaders were quick to criticize plans to possibly open up a shelter here. Many Democrats have criticized the lack of transparency at other migrant shelters across the country.
As a state lawmaker, I can visit.
In Pinellas tonight, an update for you on the pod of whales that were rescued from Redington Beach yesterday. 2 of them are still recovering at a new Clearwater Marine Aquarium facility in Tarpon Springs. Our Kate McVeigh is there with the update.
2 pilot whales relaxing calmly in this giant tank, not bothered at all by the rescuers looking them over.
So far, so good. We're really encouraged by the progress that they're making.
2, 3. Quite a different scene from yesterday when the whales, along with 3 others, stranded themselves along Redington Beach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dozens of vacationers joined staff from the Clearwater Marine Aquarium and FWC in rescue efforts. 3 of the whales loaded onto boats.
We will continue to check in on the whales and, of course, let you know when they are set to be released. And now an update to a story we first told you about last week. An arrest warrant has been issued for a Tampa man in connection with a recent theft at Struthers Honey in Lake Wales. Investigators say the so-called honor system was violated and hundreds of dollars worth of honey was taken in exchange for just a few dollars. Detectives now say one of the people seen in surveillance video is 52-year-old Muhammad Abdallah Hamid. The other man and woman haven't been identified. Call Heartland Crime Stoppers if you have any information. And now, friends and neighbors of the California Garlic Festival suspect are speaking out. Family friend Jerome Turkin said when they heard the news of the shooting at the Gilroy Festival, the family of 19-year-old Santino Lagan initially thought he was a victim. Turkin was shocked to later learn Lagan was the accused gunman.
Really don't expect that, you know, being from a quiet boy that doesn't get in trouble or anything.
Residents held 2 vigils last night to honor the victims. Decision 2020 coverage now. The second round of Democratic presidential debates is tonight in Detroit. Once again, the debates will be spread over 2 nights. The candidates will square off each night, and we'll bring you complete coverage both nights on Spectrum Bay News 9. There's also a full breakdown on how the candidates qualified and who you'll see each night on baynews9.com. An emotional farewell tonight for Florida Highway Patrol's current longest-serving female trooper. Trooper Barbara Earhart signed off today for the last time with a clear message: girl power.
I also hope that I have encouraged other women throughout my years that may have entered law enforcement and those that are thinking about entering law enforcement.
Trooper Earhart served her entire 36 years in Manatee County. Her final radio call continued with thanks to her loved ones and coworkers and with well wishes, congratulations, and goodbyes from them. We thank Trooper Earhart for her service and wish her a happy